Hey everyone, I have been testing the PTR Season 9 lately, and not gonna lie, the sorcerer feel very underwhelming, and I was testing Lightning Spear. Lightning Spear was struggling to clear T90 on the PTR, and I kind of feel like they just destroyed Lightning Spear. But HYDRA was also struggling to do T100, and I have found a new build here, a new interaction. It seems like all road leads to Firekuna again all over Season 4. If you remember the Immortal build with Shatter, we are playing Shatter again. I found an interaction between the Horadic power, the seasonal power, and Shatter that make us deal insane damage. Here we are trying to clear pit 120, we are dealing trillion damage, even sometimes quadrillions. And yeah, we will watch that quickly. I will comment a bit, and after that I will go over my full setup. Unfortunately I don't have a planner, but I will definitely make one for the Season 9 if this build survive the nerf. But yeah, so this plays like a regular Shatter build like we did in Season 4. You are pulling monster together with Inferno, and HYDRA gonna deal most of the damage, the burning damage, and you have that seasonal power that's gonna transform your dot into direct damage, that's gonna feed into Shatter, that's gonna deal a lot of damage. But we're gonna see that in the full setup right after here. As you can see in pit 120, you can almost one-shot everything. The only problem is always the boss. On the sorcerer, we always have single target problem. And you're gonna need boss with adds to be able to kill the boss again. That means fishing, but for the moment so far, I've tried a few bosses, and most of them with adds are killable, but I think it's because you have those monsters spawning from the seasonal theme. You have 3 elites, and those monsters really help. But yeah, let's go here. As you can see, pulling the monsters, exploding. This is very satisfying to play. Actually, there are some like skill rotation to do with that disintegrate power. You actually need like to do some proper skill rotation to make it work. I will show that right after. So yeah, here we are playing with Eye Shard. I was playing the new Eye Shard helm to get that extra damage. But yeah, I'm not sure if that will survive in live server, but I am a bit concerned about the sorcerer. It feels like very weak in general. Every build got nerfed, we only got HYDRA. The amulet is gonna have like anti-synergy because burning HYDRA seems to be stronger than direct damage. You got Devouring Blaze on the amulet and critical strike chance, which do nothing for burning. So let's see what the dev gonna do about that, but hopefully they're gonna fix all this. Here we come to the boss. We got Scourge of the Land. Scourge of the Land is not the best boss, unfortunately, but I still managed to kill him. It took me like almost like, 8 or 9 minutes, and I almost died several times. Like as you can see here, it's taking very long. It's all Season 4 again, but not Immortal anymore. But yeah, to make it work, as you can see here, there is seasonal power, the disintegrate, and the disintegrate has to hit the monster, like has to be between you and the monster to make it work. And sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to do that. Because yeah, as you can see here, there are some crowd control, there are some fire, so you cannot stand where you want. Yeah, the fight is very long. I think I reached the boss in 9 minutes. Like as you can see in a fight like this, it can be very rough, like to be between the boss and the pillar. But yeah, that was a very long fight, and I really hope that they're gonna fix the sorcerer single target damage at some point. And yeah, here got the boss kill. Very long and hard fights, and I almost died like many times, but we still make it. I think this build is like, it's pretty fun, but it requires fishing and it's back to shatter again. I don't think people like it, so let's see what they're gonna do about that. So let's see the full setup here. That's what I used during the clear that we just saw here. So for the gear, I use high love Verglass mainly to have that 100% damage on the PTR. If you play the PTR, you know how hard it is to get the gear, so I just did with what I had. We are running also the rune AU and Cax to get that extra damage, because every time you cast a Hydra, you spend 100% of your mana. Losing Shaco for that, losing that maximum resource here for the Hydra, but probably worth it. Then we are running Shrouds because we have Inferno here. Then we are running Gloves here with armor to try to cap it. I went on core skill, attack speed, armor, Hydra damage. Like, all the setup here are not final. It was just like, I was just testing the interaction, trying to understand how it works. So if that makes it to live season 9, I will make a proper planner and link it and make a video about it with like proper masterwork and stuff. As you can see, the masterwork here on the PTR is also bugged. I have like 2 orange, 1 yellow. We use actual conjit to have maximum resource. Flicker step, I was trying like regular boots, but it turned out like Flicker step is a little bit better because you need to pull the monster together, and Flicker step is just better for that. And the staff, very important to get lucky hits, restores resource, because you spend a lot of mana every time you cast Hydra. That's why you always have your mana max. Also, you spend mana with Cax. On the rune, we are using Sem and Sul to freeze enemy, because for Shatter, you need the enemy to be frozen. On the aspect, the new reworked of Serpentine aspect, now casting Hydra gonna consume all your mana to increase its damage by 5%. That's why we wanna have like maximum mana as much as you can. That's why we use actual conduit here. In terms of damage, High of Verglass seems to be better than Shaco. Like, we are losing cooldown, we are also losing maximum resource, but it seems to double dip with Shatter, so that seems to be a lot stronger. On the amulet, we use the new amulet. As I said, a lot of anti-synergy. You have critical traction, devouring blaze, both are direct damage, and on Hydra you want to scale burning damage because the burning build on Hydra is better. Classic Talrasha here, and we are running also Starless Sky here. On the gems here, very important, we are running the 0.33% damage over time, like forever. That's gonna help you deal more damage over time, and you're gonna convert that with this power here. That's gonna synergize with Gizmo, but we'll see that just after. Then this one gonna buff your damage, and this one's just gonna give you a little bit of intelligence, maximum life, and make you unhindered. Skill tree, very similar to Shatter, unlock here. Then here we got maximum resource. I got Devastation to synergize again with the staff, the new aspect. Then we also get Elemental Dominance, core skill, because Hydra is now considered as a core skill because of this amulet. Then classic teleport, glass cannon, ice armor. You got Ice Blade here. Ice Blade gonna help you with your cooldown. Gonna help you with the cooldown of your ice armor and allow you to spam more familiar. That way you have like maximum stack of primordial binding out. That's gonna give extra damage to the Hydra, because all your damage, the burning damage, are coming from Hydra, so you're gonna buff the Hydra as much as you can. Here we get all the rank in Hydra, roaring Hydra to get that burning damage. Here some protection. Familiar here to get that extra damage. Inner Flames for more damage. Here you got those classic more damage node. Here we go for Inferno. Inferno pull enemy together. I got a little bit more ranks to be able to spam it more, but like as I said, this is not final version, it's just like a version I came up with like very quickly and just try. Then here you got some more damage, some survivability damage here. You got crackling energy here. You get crackling energy from teleporting, and this one's gonna give you more damage. And finally, the core of the build, Shatter. That was a skill tree. The Paragon board is just roughly the same as Firekuna that I did. I just took like the version that I had in season 6, 7, I think, something like this. It's roughly the same. I start with Tactician here. Then we go with Torch to scale the burning damage on Fundamental Release, because this is the board with the most willpower that's gonna buff Torch. Then we have Burning Instinct to buff the burning damage with Pyromaniac here. Then we got Ceaseless Conduit here. That's, I believe, double dip with Shatter. I didn't like test again, but almost had double dip with Shatter with a Flame Feeder here. And last, Enchantment Master and Elementalist here for the Paragon. Very important now. For the boss power, we are using Glacial Nimbus. That's gonna help you to chill and freeze enemy. This is very important because otherwise you can freeze enemy only with Sem and Tul, and you also have a little bit of points here with Snap Freeze and Cold Front because you cast Ice Shard, but it's very low chance, so you mostly rely on the Sem and Tul that cast Mystical Frost Nova and give you more damage. And this power, then you need Fractured Cord. That's gonna remove the damage reduction guy. This is like, you can't play without that. If there is a damage reduction guy, you're not gonna deal any damage with this setup, so you have to play with this. For this one, I take Unstoppable. I don't think like you really need that. You can probably take something else if you need, but I think being Unstoppable is very important. And this one, this is the core of the build. Damage from your Catalyzer has up to 80% to consume damage overtime effect and deal 100% of the damage instantly. So here, you have the Catalyst here, you are dealing burning damage here, and there is a lucky hit chance to convert that burning damage into direct damage, and that's what's gonna make Shatter explode and make those big number, because Shatter normally doesn't register burning damage. Like, if you have damage over time with burn, Shatter not gonna register it. If you only have damage over time, you have Shatter, nothing else, Shatter gonna explode, but with no damage, because it doesn't work with damage over time. So turning the damage over time into actual direct damage, I'm gonna buff that Shatter and deal that insane damage. So I'm not sure yet if we're gonna play with Disintegrate, but I found out that that was the best so far, because you can constantly hit a pack of monsters between you and the Disintegrate. That's gonna chill them, that's gonna proc the Gizmo, and I tried other power, it was not as good, but maybe we'll find out something that worked very well also. But so far I was using Disintegrates. For the consumable, I was using Mana Potion, as I said, synergized with Serpentine, like very huge. Then using Life, Intelligent, and Soothing Spice. I was not capped on armor. I could roll armor like on regular boots, maybe with better cooldown. I would not need Flicker Step, and I can still spam Inferno, but that was the exact setup that I used so far here. Mercenary, I haven't think about it like yet. Like, we have Molotov here. This one, Explosion, take 30% increased damage over time. I think I take it for that. Then I also have Alkins, but as you can see, the Mercenary are not even level, so yeah. For the skill bar, we are using Ice Armor because it's very hard to survive. We only have like 8,000 HP, I believe. With GA, maybe you can get like to 9,000, maybe 10,000. So Ice Armor, very important. Every time we spend mana, you're gonna like refresh your Ice Armor. Unfortunately, I think that doesn't work. Like you, as you can see, you cast Hydra, you lose all your mana, but it doesn't refresh Ice Armor, so I don't know, like the interaction is not working. Like I think with even Cax it doesn't work with your Caxrin consuming your mana, so that's a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Then you have Ice Blade with Roaring. Ice Blade here, that's gonna apply cooldown, that's gonna help you to have uptime on Ice Armor. Also Familiar, that's gonna help for Freeze and having all the Familiar type. Then we have Ice Shard for the Helm. You need a spammable skill because you just cast Hydra, free Hydra, then when they are up, you're just casting other spell, but you have to pay attention to always have free Hydra up, and if you can, you have to cast your Hydra with maximum mana. You can see like you have free for the moment is the maximum that you can cast. And yeah, Ice Shard to synergize with the Helm to give you that extra damage. Then Inferno to pull the enemy, I put the Disintegrate on Inferno because that way I can like control whenever I want to proc Gizmo here. And yeah, you can maybe put that on Hydra or whatever you like. And yeah, then Hydra with that new amulet, then you can have 3 here. Make sure to try to have 100% mana when you cast the Hydra to benefit from Serpentine aspects. And yeah, that's for the setup. I think I didn't forget anything. And yeah, I guess that's it for me today. I was testing a lot of stuff on the PTR, as I said. It's very underwhelming. I feel like Blizzard are just like nerfing everything, like every class. Like Sorcerer just got nerf everywhere. Enlightenment got kind of like big nerf. Combustion is now capped. Like we still have key passive that we don't use. And yeah, I really hope that we're gonna give enough feedback for them to adjust the game, because I feel like people are just not happy with the nerf right now. And yeah, I wanted to share with you this little video. And Firekuna Shatter is back again. I don't know if that's gonna make it to live server, but yeah, I hope that video was useful for you, and I will see you next time.